Good morning, welcome back to DX Radio Shop for our morning rant. You'll get me a very short one though today. We got a lot of work to do, so good morning, we're live. So we're gonna take and just kind of jump out here right quickly and see what's happening. Wake everybody up for the commute to work. All that wonderful stuff. Happy Monday. Weekend is over, on to a new weekend coming soon. Not a whole lot here to report just yet for the week, I suppose. It's going to be very busy otherwise. We got about 13 boxes expected to come in today from UPS from what our schedule looks like. It's nice that you can actually see what they've got going on, and they kind of pre-let you know what's happening here, so it's kind of cool to see all of that, which is nice. So, good morning, Leadfoot, John, Greg, Jim. How you guys doing today? So yeah, I I'm expecting a lot of boxes today from UPS. I don't know about the postal yet because I haven't had an update from them, which I should be getting here shortly, probably next 15-20 minutes, half hour. Probably get an email. Usually get that right about the time frame between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I'll get a email that gives me the alert as how much mail I'm getting, what I'm getting. They scan everything, which is nice. I can see it come in before I even get it, and how many packages are expected for the week as to per day. So it's kind of nice when you get that app downloaded through your post office. You can get a lot more information ahead of time, so you kind of know what day to expect this, that, and the other, and not have to sit there and wonder, was it coming in today or tomorrow, or you already got a good forecast what's happening with it. So UPS, like I said, is bringing 13 packages, just them alone today. I've got 4 on FedEx, but I don't know about post office yet. What I saw Saturday showed me we're going to have quite a few, but I don't know what day, what's coming in and when. So we'll find that out, I suppose, as the days progress this week, as we get through it. So, but yeah, I can't keep up. Goodness gracious. We were getting down, which was nice. So we were down to 56 from 88, and now we're back up around 70 something at the moment. And I don't know as far as with the 13 coming in. Let's go put me back over 80 something, almost 90. It'll be 90 something at that point, and 91, 92 or whatever it was. I think we counted, and yeah, I can't. Goodness gracious. Job security, I suppose. I don't know. It gets busy around here. That's for darn sure, no doubt. So, good morning, Chavez. How are you? So yeah, we're gonna be working on a ANYTONE Quad 6. First thing this morning, we found that the microphone was the problem, and so therefore was able to identify it right away, and we just gotta go through a line tune it and get it all set to go, and it kind of get the covers put back on. And I can't find my Anderson poles. I had a whole bag full of those darn things here somewhere, and they must have got moved. Well, they did get moved. I don't know where the hell they put them though, when I had moved the shop from the basement up here. So I kind of made my own little makeshift here type power assembly to get this thing to go. But we'll do a video on this here and get it all aligned and tuned, etc. And he'll be happy to get this radio back, and I'll be happy to get it out of here. I don't like these radios. I hate these Quad 6s. I think the Quad 5s supersede these by far. But we're gonna go ahead and let's say that'll be the radio we're gonna be working on this morning. Here pretty quick. So we just kind of do a quick morning rag chew, kind of see what's happening out there, get everybody all psyched up for their Monday morning. Get your cup of coffee, your energy drinks, whatever you guys do. I don't recommend none of that stuff, but whatever you guys do to make your day start, that's what you do, I suppose. But very good. So, and don't forget, we still have our Jamboree coming up the end of July. If anybody's interested in checking that out, you can go to my YouTube channel, the post, community post. You'll see all the information on it. And of course, the website has it all advertised as well. So we got, right now, it looks like over 50 or 60 people attending from the local area between Rochester and Syracuse, maybe more. We started out with about 13 to 18 people. Now we're about 50, 60 people. And that was as of a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, since we did the last head count. So right now we've got, I gotta go back to my email and find out if there's any more head counts to add on. But yeah, it's gonna be quite the show. It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, it's just a matter of, as long as everybody follows the rules, don't bring any high power, just, anywhere from, we'll say less than 25, no more than 50 watts. For the HF stuff, as far as CB goes, same thing, 50 watts or less, because you're going to have so many people it's like an oversized field. It's a big park, community park, and everyone's going to be setting up antennas and radio equipment and make up your own contacts. Well, you got to make sure you have respect to your neighbors, because there's going to be a person right next to you or 80 feet away. You don't want to splatter everything, so make sure you bring good, clean equipment. It's going to be a nice turnout. We'll have a food truck will be coming. He's got great food, good prices, so he'll be showing up. Going to be a lot of door prizes. We're going to be doing a lot of raffling as well of new product. So if anybody's interested in checking it out, feel free to jump aboard. It'll be the last Saturday in July this year for the Jamboree on the Air. So like I said, we got over 50 plus people, almost 60, like 50, 60 people on the list right now that are coming. And I hear people talking about it all the time on the local repeaters. So it sounds like we got more and more people coming. So I'm going to anticipate probably close to maybe 70 plus by the time we hit July. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a good turnout. Everyone's going to have a great time. And if you don't have any equipment you want to bring, you just want to come for the fun of it, then just do that. There's no entry fee or nothing like this. It's just going to be a public open community event. So if you want to check it out, stop by and feel free to enjoy the party. And if you want to jump on the air, if you know somebody who's there, you can just jump on the air, say, here, let me jump on yours for a few moments, make a couple contacts and put them in your log if you decide you want to do that, whatever. But it's going to be interesting to see the different setups that people will have. So we're going to entertain this a little bit and see how it goes. And we have, like I said, raffles and stuff going on. So we're going to have STRYKERs, ANYTONEs, COBRAs. We're going to have SWR meters. We're going to have President radios. We're going to have a lot of different things we'll be raffling off. We'll have the Jamboree t-shirts. We're going to have Jamboree tumblers. We're going to have a variety of different things on top of that as well. So it's going to be a good time. There's going to be a lot of merchandise available that people can just outright buy, along with stuff that we're going to be raffling off as well. So it's going to be a good turn of events. As we get closer towards the beginning of July, then more so every day to every week up to the end of July, we're going to get a lot more controversial with this as to describing all the details, the rules, and everything else as we get to that point. So if anybody smokes or vapes, please do that in your car or else by the road. That's state park. It's not my deal. We have to follow state park rules. So that's the drawback for some people that say, well, hell, if I can't smoke on the park, I don't want to come. Well, then that's your choice. Then don't come. It's real simple. Have respect. We don't care about your bad habits. Have respect. If you want to smoke, go out to the road, go out to your car. I don't care. But while you're on the grounds, just don't be that person to think that you're the big badass. You can do what you want, because not only are you going to have the park to deal with, but you're going to have me to deal with. And I'll personally grab you by the scruff of your neck and I'll take you off the property. Okay? So let's get that out there right now. That if you do have a smoking habit or you vape, that's cool. We don't care. Out to the car, out to the road. When you're done, come back on the grounds, walk around. No big deal. Parking lot's not that far away, but they really want you out to the road. But the exception is, as long as you're inside your car, whatever. You know, who cares? So put the windows up, do what you want to do, whatever. They don't want it on the actual park, because we have a lot of families that are also going to be nearby. There's like several parks wrapped into one. They will have birthday parties going on. They have people playing soccer. It's a huge area. Where we are going to be is isolated to what we're going to do for our event. So just please be mindful for others and respect for others as well with that, because we do not want anybody thinking they're going to be a Hitler coming in here and doing what they want to do. It's not going to be accepted. So we're here to have a good time, have fun. Everyone's going to have a blast, and have the experience of what the Jamboree is all about. And just kind of meeting different people from all over. We've got people from different states showing up. We've got people from all over the upstate region of the Finger Lakes here showing up. So it's going to be a great time. So I look forward to seeing everybody there for sure. We're going to have Baofengs available for VHF, UHF. We're going to have CB base antennas, mobile antennas. It's going to be a huge blast. Now, this is not a ham fest. It is a Jamboree on the air. However, I am not opposed to going against anything. So what we're going to do is, if you want to bring whoever attends, whether you're setting up or you're not setting up as far as your own antenna and radio station to play, if you would like to bring 2 or 3 items, that is it. Don't bring a whole truckload, please. Don't do that. If you're going to bring a bunch of stuff, then put it on the back of your tailgate, and that's where you stay. If you're going to be on the actual park grounds in the grass, do not bring no more than maybe 2 or 3 items for your time. You know, if you want to sell a couple things, that's cool. But if you're going to bring a lot more than that, then you got to tailgate it out in the parking lot, because they don't want none of this stuff on the grass. They don't want people putting tarps everywhere and stuff all over the ground. It's a park. They don't want any damage. They got a whole list of rules on the wall. So that was the acceptance that they gave me. They said, if you would like to do something like this, it's cool. But if you're going to have more than a couple of things, then they got to be out in the tailgates, because we don't want none of that stuff on the grass. We don't want to kill the grass. We don't want to do none of this nature. So if you guys want to bring 1 or 2 things, maybe 3 items at the most, cool. Set up 1 table, no more than a card table. Not a long 6-foot table, just a little, 3x3 or 4x4, card table, and just put up 3 items, 3, maybe 4 items or something like that at the very most. They don't want to see this become a big flea market type thing where things are scattered everywhere, is damaging the property, okay? Because we all know when we go to radio shows, what do we see? We see tarps on the ground. We see people just digging up stuff and just throwing things wherever they want to throw them because they don't care. We don't want to see that. We want to keep this nice, clean, and a good event, because if this comes out really well, then next year we're talking more to them about an actual ham fest. But we'd have to set it up in a way that there are no tarps, strictly tables, and it's going to be a whole different layout. So we're working on that as well, but that's next year. This year, let's just get through the Jamboree and make sure that the committee of that area and the community is very happy, and the board members are okay, because they'll be checking it out too. They're kind of interested to see how this is going to go, and they've never gone to a Jamboree, never even heard of one, so they're really excited to attend, to see what it's all about. And if this comes out good, then we're going to move forward with other opportunities at this park, because it is a decent sized park, and there's nothing around here nearby to offer this type of ability for electronical stuff. The other option we were going to do as well is, because they do have electric hookup, we were going to set up a time, a weekend event. Well, it'd be just a one-day event, really, just Saturday. I shouldn't say a weekend, but just a Saturday, a one-day event. This is going to be next year. It ain't going to be this year, where we can set up a electronical class for the youth. I will be hosting this. They're all on board with this, so we're going to kind of put that into the works next year. We're going to pick a day in the summer, and anybody around in the community who'd like to attend, they're more than welcome to. It's a free event to come to. The only cost is going to be if you're actually going to participate into building a strobe light, building a shortwave receiver, building a what's the other thing we're going to do? I forget. I had it written down. There's something else for the kids to enjoy. They can go home and play with. But anyways, this is going to be from anywhere from age 7 and above. So if anybody wants to come in there, bring your kids along, We're going to have several solder stations all set up. We're going to have all these kits all set up. Whatever the purchase of the kit is that I pay, that's what you pay. I'm not going to mark the price up to make money. I could care less. I'm only doing this for the community. I do this for the kids. I'm not in it for no money. I will not be getting any money. Whatever. If it costs me $2 a kit, that's what you pay, $2 a kit. You sit down, enjoy the day, and you build your kit, period. We're all going to walk around with a PA horn, this, that, and the other, to explain to people what's going on, how to do this, that, and the other, little component recognition. We're going to teach them the proper way that these hack shops really should attend, and they might learn something. But anyways, so that's what we're going to do, because we do a lot for the communities all around, whereas most shops don't do that. So we are very open to a lot of communities that people know me very well, and they know that we're always here to help everybody else. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's pretty much about the only news I want to share today with everybody as we progress more and more towards the Jamboree, and then as we get through that, then by next year we'll talk more and more about the class for kids, for the electronical stuff they can learn. Also see how things are going to go, because we're going to set up some test equipment as well they can kind of justify with. Not a whole lot of stuff, but just basic. And when they get it all said and done, we're going to have like 2 big tables of test equipment, the major stuff, that when they get done, they can come up, so many kids can come up at a time. They can plug into the test equipment, see what's happening, understand the waveform, what they're looking for, a pulse pattern of what they're looking for. If you're building a strobe light, look at the pulse pattern. You can see what it's doing, not just because you see the light flash, but you can see what it's actually doing on the oscilloscope or spectrum analyzer. So we're going to teach them all of that. It's not just, hey, here's some resistors, here's a transistor, here's cap, put it on the board, solder, and just going to go boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're not going to do some just cheesy stuff. We're going to go right into a lot of stuff for these kids. So maybe down the road they want to become an engineer or some sort of whatever. So we're going to take and share all that knowledge with them with this and have a good time. And then at the end of that event, we'll be passing out free t-shirts for that event. The Jamboree is not free for the shirts. You're going to be paying for the shirts. But if you guys want any. But for the kids, all the kids stuff that we do, we'll have free shirts, free tumblers just for them. And the food truck will be free just for them at that present time. The only thing they got to pay for is whatever kit they design or that we design in which they want to build. That would be it. So that's kind of what we got going on for the next couple of years, and we'll work on a ham fest there as well. So those are the big 3 events we're putting together. The Jamboree's already done deal, set to go. We're going to try to progress into other opportunities. That park is always having reservations for many things, whether it be events, whether it be birthdays, weddings, anniversaries. It could be soccer ball, volleyball, baseball, you name it. It's always a full agenda. So we got very lucky when I actually got the chance to see where this park was at. Michael had mentioned it to me. So when I checked it out, and I said, okay, let me go see what it's all about. I didn't even realize it was even there. I had no idea. And I go past it all the time. It's on a side street. I had no idea. So when he told me about this, then he said, hey, check that out, Stu. Okay. So I checked it out, and luckily enough, we got very lucky because they actually had people that were wondering about that weekend about an event, and they weren't sure. And they kind of went back a few times, and when they did, they told them, no, we can't do it. We got other things that came up. So that was the only weekend they actually had up and available. I took it. So they put it through the committee, and the committee approved on the board. They said, "Nope, you're good to go, Stu." Okay, thank you. So just follow park rules. Okay, very good. So that's what we're going to do. Is we got lucky this year to get the Jamboree. We're putting it all together, and it's going to be a nice, beautiful day, an event for that. It's a one-day event, the last Saturday in July. Everybody is welcome to come check it out if you wish. If you just want to wander around and you don't want to do much past that point, fine. If you want to bring your own small portable antenna, we're not doing this big 50,000 watt shootout. You know, if I see anything of that nature, of amplifiers or huge antennas, I'll be escorting you right back off the property, okay? Because we're not here to slam dunk this big badass station in the nation. We're not doing that. Bring a nice portable antenna system, a nice little station that you've got. The idea is just get on and have fun. That's it. Just have fun. And I'm trying to work out a few things right now. I got a couple of people on board. These are going to be different colleges and other groups that will be on standby. And as we get closer to that date, then we'll be able to have those on board. So they will be able to get on as well and share contacts with what they've got. They're also running a student setup for showing them ham operation. So it's going to work out great because then you guys get the opportunity to make regular contacts anywhere as you want, along with these two colleges, plus other random places I'm trying to get involved, clubs and everything else, to jump on board so people can make contacts in case conditions are not all there, then we can still make contacts. So we're working out a lot. So I'm a very busy guy between all the stuff I got going on here in the shop for repairs, and I still do all that as far as on the outside for the community as well. So that's what we got going on right now. And I know I stretch myself out too thin sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun event. It's a great career to get into. I've been doing this for 39 plus years, and I want to see everybody else kind of get into the hobby, because by the end of the day, what if you did lose cellular communication? You're always going to have a radio to back you up. Okay? I'm not saying you're going to sit here and make contact to New Zealand just like that, but you're always going to have a radio to back you up. So you're always going to reach somebody on the air, no matter where you are and what you're doing. You're always going to find somebody on the air when you drop a cell phone signal. And and that's another topic we'll get into another time about cell phones, because a lot of people think, well, you don't need a radio when you got a cell phone. Well, the people who make that comment aren't very bright, with all respect, okay? Because a cell phone is a radio. Where do you think they got the idea from? Radio, okay? So a cell phone is a radio. It's a computerized, more digital effect of a radio, like DMR, D-Star we use here, right? So a cell phone is a radio, guys, because it runs on radio frequencies, just like CB or ham runs on radio frequency. So yes, cell phone is a radio. Just because you have, you can do texting, you can do all this. Well, do you know what texting is? Let's go back to the days of packet. That's what they did on a keyboard, on a computer. It's ham radio. So no matter how you guys want to think that I got my cell phone, I got the best of the best, man. I got all this, $1,300 iPhone and shit. Well, I'm happy for you, because you know what? It's still radio. But you know what the downfall is? You're going to lose signal, but my radios won't. I can still transmit wherever I want to go. So you might, you may not be able to hit a signal on a tower, but my radio's going to sit here and talk wherever I want it to talk, as long as I got good conditions. So keep that in the back of your mind, people. This is why in the last 5 years, more people have gotten a ham license, GMRS license. They get an FRS, and they get CB radios. That's the main reason why, because people are seeing a lot more of control over the country, to where signals are being dropped more often. People are having a hard time. You're paying outrageous bills for your phone. You're on a contract, but you're not getting what you want. You're a very unsatisfied customer. A lot of people are seeing this. I hear this feedback all the time wherever I go, just in random stores. I could be, just a week ago, I was standing in line at Walmart, and I hear this lady complain because she's just, man, I don't know, I gotta buy this damn phone because someone says my phone's out of date. And I looked over to her, I says, ma'am, your phone's not out of date. She said, what do you mean? I said, it's just a service. You pay for a service, and they control the service. And when I got talking to her, we got talking about different things, and she read my shirt. I was wearing my DX shirt, and she says, is that a radio on your shirt? Yeah. My husband used to do that before he passed away. He had a lot of radios, and I used to pick on him all the time. I says, well, just think about one thing. Your husband was a very smart guy. Now you're stuck between two rocks and a hard place there, because you're dealing with paying. She had a $180 phone she wanted, she was going to buy, and she ended up buying it. I wasn't going to talk her out of it. Just, if that's what you want to do, it's what you're going to do. It's your decision, not mine. But it cost her $180, and she's on a tight income. I said, see, your radios. How often did your husband have any issues contacting people? She said he didn't, unless there was no conditions. He couldn't talk anywhere long distance, but as far as local clubs and stuff, he was on every night and every day. I said, did they ever cut out? He says, nope, not unless they had radio problems. There you go. You're never going to drop a signal. You don't get call waiting. You don't have three-way calls and all that nonsense. Hell, you get on a CB radio and you have 18 people, 30 people talk to all at the same time. You don't have to pay a monthly bill. You don't have to worry about contracts. You ain't got to worry about signals dropping. I mean, unless you're looking for long distance, but if you're looking like an average 40-mile radius, put an antenna up, get on the air and talk. Just that simple. Anyway, so that's the news we have for now, I guess. Not a whole lot more that I really want to share with anybody. So there's going to be a lot of fun when we get ready to do much more. So we have a lot of events coming up, a lot of things we're putting together, and it's going to be a great time for sure. So who all we got on here? We got Leadfoot John, Greg, Jim, Chavez, Bone Picker, Corey. Who else? We got Steve. And then we got Mr. Mike. How we doing, guys? Let's see if I missed anybody else, because apparently somebody else had a fit. Who we got here? David, how are you? Yes, that's right. It's free. How you doing, David? And Daryl, how you doing, Daryl? I see you sneak in there. Hope all is well with you and your family. Hope everybody had a great weekend with Mother's Day as well. So, but yeah, I mean, it's I want to make sure I get everybody in there, because sometimes I'm not looking at the screen, everybody. So, Steve, how you doing, Steve? I see you in there. Yep. Mr. Corey, I see Corey. Yep. So I think we got everybody on the list. I always got to make sure. And whoever's not on the list here in the chat but are watching, good morning to you all as well. Hope everybody has a great day. Because we had a certain person, I guess he got drunk one night on his live stream and decided to run his damn mouth. And apparently I didn't see him in here when he said hello. So he, I guess, acted like a 2-year-old and decided to message me some stupid things. And I don't know what his... That's what happens when you get into alcohol, guys. Don't let it control you. So, yeah. For sure. Chavez says, I hope I can get a load to do a 34 at a Lowe's in Water, or at the Love's in Waterloo. Oh. Hello, Mr. David Attic. How are you? Good morning to you, sir. It's always a pleasure to see you guys on, for sure. So, yeah, if I miss anybody in the chat, don't take it to heart. I'm up and down at the bench, especially when I'm busy working the bench. And the day that I was working the bench is the day the guy started throwing a fit because I wasn't looking at the screen, and he got all upset. He said, you ignored me when I said hi. You didn't advertise for me when I said hi. It's like, oh my God, what are you, 2 years old? Holy jeez, grow up. Remember, it's my channel, it's not your channel. If I can't see everybody in here, don't cry over it. I'm busy at the bench working my ass off, and he's going to sit here and cry because you didn't see me in the chat. You're supposed to say hi to me in the chat. So, oh my goodness gracious, I say hi to everybody in the chat. Don't take it to heart if I miss you in there. I try to go back and look through, but when the chat list gets very long, I don't have all day to sit here and scroll either, so I got work to do. So, and that was one of the things that this guy could not get through his head. So, apparently when he jumped on here, I guess he expected me to advertise every single time because he wanted to get monetized for his channel. But you got to be on more than 3 times a month to get monetized too. So that's all on him. Sometimes you got to deal with the wing nut once or twice, I guess. I don't know. So Mike says, is 12.22 volts at 45.6 amps good for a power supply, or should I look for increasing the voltage? What are you trying to run? I mean, if you got a 45 amp power supply you're using as a draw, it sounds like you got a 50 amp power supply with 46 amp max. You should be able to go 13.88. No more than 14 volts will still run fine for your radio equipment. Depends on what you're running, but I would not go over 14, but try to keep it around 13.88, but no more than 14 volts peak, maximum rather, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, you're fine. I mean, if you're using that to draw off with a radio and or amplifier or a high powered radio, just watch your measure your voltage. Make sure it does not drop below 12 volts. If it starts dropping down 11 point this or 10, you're going to want to bump that up 13.8. Standard 13.8 is where you want it to be. No more than 14 though. So I would put it at 14 volts and kind of go from there. Good morning, Maynard. How are you? Good to see you on. Good morning, James. How are you? Yeah, I would bump that up to like 13.8, 13.88, no more than 14 volts, Mike, is what I would do. Yep. So that's what I would do for sure. So, all right, guys, I'm going to keep on rolling here. I got a lot to do. I want to get the next video started for the ANYTONE Quad 6. We're going to do it here in a little bit. Get that rocking and rolling and move on for the day. I got a lot of repairs ahead of me, so I'm going to get my button gear and start off the week and try to get what I can caught up. Good morning, Denny. How are you? Good to see you on. So we'll see everybody later. Enjoy your Monday, and I will take and I'll be back here shortly, about 15 minutes or so, by 8 o'clock anyway, Eastern Standard Time. So give me like 15-20 minutes. We'll be back, and we'll be working on that Quad 6, and we'll see you guys soon here at the DX Radio Shop. Everybody be safe and enjoy your Monday. See you soon.